We
I
have
can
2 more
see,
minutes, so we'll start sharp at 7, Doctor.
yeah, definitely. I can see Dr. Armugam also.
Oh, okay. Around 57 participants are there now.
Yeah, very nice.
60 participants already.
60,
60
yeah.
is 61 now. Okay.
Yes, Doctor. Good evening, one and all present here.
Good evening.
On behalf of Vision Unlimited and Tapams, we extend a very warm welcome to all the ones who are present here. And it is going to be an excellent conversation with Dr. Mega, who's going to be formally introduced in a short while. First, let me just say a few words about me and my company. I'm Dr. Balasubramanian, also known as Balasandilian. So I'm basically a behavioral psychologist, and I have a company called Vision Unlimited. It was established in the year 2008, and across 19 states, we have done training programs from doorman to chairman, around 2 lakhs people. Apart from that, we have done a lot of counseling. We have a blog, and in this COVID period, we have released around 65 videos also. And it is my great pleasure to have Dr. Mega in this conversation. A lot of such conversations are happening. Even yesterday, Kamal and A.R. Rahman did. Frequently, Sudha Raghunathan is doing so. But this is a very different one. It is meant only for the business community, and especially whether the individual is sick or the company is sick, we are looking for recovery. So recovery is the only way. So that is why we have kept the topic like this. So I'm very glad to introduce Dr. Meganathan here, who is the strategic alliance partners with the Vision Unlimited for over 7-8 years. And Dr. Meganathan, as you know, is an engineer, mechanical engineer. He has done his MBA finance, and he has done his PhD in turnaround management. And in this COVID period, he has done many programs. I want him to inform all the audience here what he has done, because I do not want to make any blemish here. Otherwise, he has turned many companies, loss-making companies, into profit-making companies, and he has contributed quite a lot in the industry. He was a top CEO of the automobile and manufacturing industries in various places across the country, and he has been to different countries as well. And he has been awarded with a lot of accolades for his wonderful consulting and the performances that he has been doing in the field of manufacturing and turnaround and re-engineering and various other quality related aspects. So we welcome you, Dr. Mega.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I want you to say a few words about what did you do during this COVID. And then we start with the conversation on the recovery is the only way.
Okay. Good evening to all of you. Nice to see a lot of old friends and known names in the list. Thanks a lot for joining. We already got about 70 people connected. Okay, the first and foremost thing, if I say one achievement I have done in this, let's say, lockdown period is I managed not to increase my weight. So that's the first and foremost thing, and rather I've reduced a couple of kgs. So it means, if I put efforts, I can actually become lean. Not only teaching lean to others, I can also become lean. So that is one. And second, including this, I think I have done about 48 sessions of webinar, just too short of a half century in this, let's say 70, 75 days. And reached across the world, at least 9-10 countries, I have addressed, and it was quite challenging and quite interesting also. And a lot of positivity I try to create, because we all are going through a very, very tough phase, and there are a lot of people there to talk negatively, but I always call myself as an incurable optimist. So I feel whenever you have a big problem, then that means you are going to have a big success very soon. So that's my mantra for life. So this is what I've been keeping myself occupied for the last 2.5 months, and not traveled out of Chennai. First time in my life, for maybe for about 3 months, staying in one place. So that's it.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to add, one or two things about Dr. Meganathan. In the recent past, he has also become a host. Last week, he in fact interviewed Dr. Delhi Ganesh, and tomorrow he is going to interview the famous writer Pattukotte Prabhakar in Zoom, and he's been contributing to various levels, and we are very happy to have him here today. Unfortunately, we are not going to have any, people to discuss here. I'm going to ask him questions and he's going to answer. It is going to be beneficial to all those who have joined here, whether you are in business or we're going to start business, whether you are already planning to leave your job and take up a new business. So that's the way we have planned all the questions. And in fact, people are just worried about the COVID numbers increasing day after day. And today also it has gone up like anything. And the Tamil Nadu government has decided not to go for the total lockdown and everything. So there is a strategy going on here. But still, the other districts have started their job. So I want to ask him a first question as what is your opinion about the future?
Doctor, before you start the question, I would suggest if somebody wants to ask any question, they can put in chat box. In case if you have time at the end, we can take it up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because let me tell you, the audience, we have got around 9 to 10 questions, which will take, not less than 3 minutes for Dr. Mega to answer. He's going to give you only brief sessions. And in fact, he's been conducting a 7 days program. I also attended one, which lasts for 3.5 hours every day. So, and he's been very philanthropic. He has donated the entire proceedings to the government and various other, NGOs. So my first question is, everybody's worried about the future. So what, Wayne W. Dyer says, if you are thinking about the future, it is about worry. If you are thinking about the past, it is about the guilty feeling. So the guilty feeling is why I have done this, why I have done that, why I have not done it earlier, like that. So we are going to talk about the future here. What is your opinion about the future?
Thanks, doctor. So if you ask me, future is looking very good. That's what I would always say, because the world has seen much bigger problems, and we have come out of bigger problems than this very successfully. And this world has seen 2 big world wars, which shambled the whole world. But we all have fought back and came back, and we are been doing very well. So if you actually look at you need to focus on the present today, because I always say, if you want to have a good future, this second is going to be past, next second. So, but if you focus on this second and do something better, your future is going to be better. So with current, yes, sir.
When do you think things will be normal and the economy will start growing again? When I say normal, the new normal.
Yeah, okay. So the new normal itself is still not established well. Many people don't know what is new normal, actually speaking. Okay. So if you actually see, the new normal, if you can really talk about, none of us know what is new normal. Rather, I would say it will take 6 to 9 months minimum to resume business to some kind of normal level. Either you call it new normal or old normal, some kind of normal where we can say, okay, next 3 months, this is going to be my sales, or this is going to be my requirement of manpower. This is going to be my requirement of material. To reach that level, depending upon the company, depending upon the business you are in, it is going to take 6 to 9 months. But there are some industries, they are doing very well. Some of the pharma companies are doing okay. And companies which are making PPEs, sanitizers, those kind of companies, who are not doing that, people have gone into that. They are also doing well in this situation itself. But if you talk about all other businesses, at least 6 months, maximum 9 months to come out and say, okay, we have come into some normalcy. At least we can say next 3 months, this is what is going to be our sales. Or next 3 months, this is what is going to be our requirement. So
Wonderful,
then,
sir. Wonderful,
yes,
sir. What are the immediate business actions to be taken after the unlock 1.0? Because in some of the districts, the companies have already started working with the norms, new norms given by the government. The SOP itself has changed. So what are the immediate business actions that are to be taken if it is not taken already by the companies who are sitting here?
Okay, the first thing is, to focus on your star customers. When I say star customers, who give you reasonably good business with respectable profit and pay you on time. The third point is most important thing. Pay you on time. Today, cash is going to be the major requirement. So the topmost focus is to be on focusing on your star customers and customer delight by all means. This is going to be your first target, our first action. Second action, in that, focus on your star products, where if you can, have a discussion with your customer, and if you can exploit the volumes, you can eat away your competitors' share of business on those star products, which will give you some kind of cash to stand. Third important point, I would say, productivity and cost control is going to be the major focus. Minimum resources and maximum value addition by each member you have to focus on. That's the only way you are going to survive. Today, the cash and the money flow is going to be the biggest problem today. And please hold on all investments except for must-have items. We always say 3 types of investment. Must have, can have, and nice to have. So I would suggest, even must-have items, if you can stop it. Otherwise, if it is absolutely necessary, invest. Nice to have and can have items should be completely stopped, at least for the next 6 to 9 months. Even if you already placed the order, if there is a way to stop it or prolong it for some more time, please do that. Save each and every penny. Okay. And third, let's say the last important point, I would say, analyze your strategic position and financial position. Strategically, how you are placed in the market. If your products are, unshakable, even in this COVID situation, products are required. You are not affected by this recession, and your financial position is strong. Then find out, if this is a situation, how I'm going to exploit the market, how I'm going to take maximum benefit, how I'm going to harvest it. If your strategic position is weak and financial position is strong, then put your finances on making your strategic position strong. If you are weak both strategically and financially, then better run for your life. Please shed all your unnecessary expenses, unnecessary investments, or non-value adding assets or non-core assets. You have to get it out. So you have to do a detailed analysis, with a unbiased mind. Find out what is my strategic position in this market today, and how it is going to be, let's say, when the market improves. So what I'm supposed to do to improve my strategic position? If financially I'm weak, what kind of strategies I should do? If financially I'm strong, what kind of strategies I should do? So this is what is going to be the immediate action you need to look at, so that, your whatever action you are taking now, from now to next 6 months, is what going to help you when the boom time comes. So you have to be very, very careful, and very, very carefully follow the discipline of your strategy, and follow the discipline of whatever Corona has asked us to follow. Otherwise, you will create problem and get into trouble. So this is what I would say, the immediate actions you need to.
Thank you, Doctor. I think you are revealing all secrets very magnanimously. My next worry is recruiting employees very easy. Currently, it is said to be that there's going to be a lot of unemployment. Many people they are really worried whether they're going to be assuming the same position. So my next question to you is, how about retaining the current employees, especially the pillars, especially the star performers? How do we retain them?
So the first and foremost thing is, you need to identify who are your star performers. The biggest problem in many companies is, they don't know who are their star performers. We always try to tell our clients, you classify people like, followers, specialists, generalists, and fast track kind of people. The ideal combination would be, you should not have more than 20% of the followers and 40% specialists. Specialists mean they are skilled in some area, like tool designers, lab technician or quality system guys, those kind of people. And generalists are people who can manage any business, or any function. So you should have 20% followers, 40% specialists, 20% generalists, and 20% fast track. Fast track are people who has got specialist character and also they are generalists. You need to focus on this fast track people. This 20% of the people are people who are literally dragging your company towards growth, or literally putting the company towards growth. So these are all the people, at any cost, you should keep them with you and focus on these people 100%, and also select few generalists and specialists and go out of way to take care of them. Because today,
because many companies, they have already said that there is no salary increment this time. Some people are paying only 65% of the salary. Some people have stopped paying incentives and production incentives, everything, because the Q4 itself has not ended. My rejoinder question to you is, we have got a lot of migrant laborers, especially in the Hosur sector, Tirupur, Coimbatore, everywhere we are seeing, even in Chennai. But we have seen all of them have gone back to their native place, and we do not know when they are going to come back. So when do you think they will all resume back? Because some of the companies are already sending feelers. You come by flight, we want you. Because that's a very tricky position now for the companies who are having at least 30 to 40% of the North Indian workers, migrant workers.
Actually, it is a little more. The unfortunate part is, many of the hard efforts, many of the processes requires, physical hard efforts. All are done by, mostly the migrant workers. And now those migrant workers also, most of them become very skilled workers. So it is going to be a problem for companies, definitely a problem for companies. But in my opinion, they will take a minimum 4 months, maximum 8 months time to come back, depending upon the savings they have and their local government support. Because you have Manrega scheme and all, for some time they can manage with that, because holding on to life is more important than making money. You need to live first. So they all are, feeling danger for their life. So that's the reason they all flee from this place, or flee from our areas.
But currently, apart from Chennai, other districts are supposed to be in the safer zone. So
that's fine, sir. That's fine.
The flight can be brought to either Tiruchi, Madurai, Coimbatore.
Sir, for example, today Karnataka has recorded only less than 500 or around 500 cases. Okay. So if somebody says now you go and work in Karnataka, will you be happy to go there? Though you are in a danger zone in Chennai. So it is going to be tough. People will think, in such a situation, it is better I be with my family, so that even if I die, I'll at least die with my family. Okay. So you have to understand the sentiment of them. They all come all the way from Assam, Orissa, or from northeastern part of our country to come here to earn money to take care of their family. Okay. If their lives in danger, they are not going to come back. So my answer to you would be, it will take 4 months minimum for them to start coming back, and it may go up to 7 to 8 months, depending upon their savings and their local government support. And few of them may not come back. I would say 20-30% of the people will not come back. They will find a way how to settle there by doing some businesses or some other activities.
Agriculture, perhaps.
Agriculture, because that is going to be the focus. Okay. So what we should do, if you ask me, this is high time to focus on, small automation, de-skilling activities, so that you don't need so many people in the company. Because it is going to take at least 4 to 8 months for you to run the company with this. But one good point in this, a blessing in disguise, I would say, is even those bigger customers like OEMs and other white goods, they are also not sure when the market is going to boom. So it is going to take at least 6 months to 8 months for us to come back to normalcy. So you don't need so many people. You need to learn to run the company with the people available with you until the market booms. So this is a time to focus on improvement. This is a time to focus on putting lean into place, multi-skilling, or value-added, non-value-added analysis. and look for a low-cost automation so that you manage with the people who already have. And if
Beautiful,
some
sir.
people who have already gone, you feel they're very important for you, then find a way how to lift them back here and provide all the necessary safety precautions for them so that they can comfortably work.
Absolutely.
That's the only way.
Because we have to survive first, and it's not the survival of the fittest. So only fittest comes secondary. Fittest comes secondary.
We have to
Sir,
live first.
I have a very challenging question to you. Buy Indian, be Indian, buy Indian is not new to us. It has been a long time slogan. And now, once again, the present central government says make in India, and especially the manufacturing companies who are into exports.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Is prevailing in every country. And some of the factories, they have their finished goods on hand, and some of the factories, they have work in progress, some finished semi products, something like that. So this Make in India announcement by the government of India, how it is going to help MSME companies?
Sir, let me be very frank with you. Some of my friends may correct me later. I don't see any big impact immediately, sir. Just by saying that Make in India is not going to help the companies, and just by keep on asking the banks to give loans and not even waiving or giving holidays, tax holidays, or waiver of tax is not going to make people to really build confidence.
Sorry to intervene. I want you to add here. We do not have the volume such as Bangladesh, Vietnam, or China. That's also one of the biggest problems here.
That's true. That's true. You're right. Then just hold on, sir. 1 second. It's not going through Facebook. Actually, I've already telecasted it. Just give me a second. Just try once again.
To ask is very easy, sir. To answer is very difficult. You take your time, sir.
No, I'm not taking time to think for answer. Don't worry. I already have an answer. It's not going through on Facebook, so somebody asked me to check. Okay. Let me answer. See, as I said, I don't see any big impact on this. The government has to give soft loans. They should give loans without taking interest, or they should give moratorium, saying that, okay, you don't need to give any mortgage, and, let's 1 year, 2 year, don't need to pay interest. That's the kind of loans that have to come from government. I'm not saying banks. I'm saying it has to come from governments. Because banks are also going to be in trouble. It's not going to be easy for them to handle it. And Make in India will definitely help industries, provided the state government should bring all the business moving out of China to India. I don't see that is.
No, they are saying
happening.
Up to 200 crores, the tender Indian companies will be considered.
Yeah, that is true, but which state government is putting efforts? I don't see any state government. Even the Tamil Nadu CM has announced a month back that we are trying to form a task force to go and convince people to come and set up companies in India, but I don't see anything happening there. So unless the state government utilize this opportunity and bring more options for people, all this Make in India is not going to touch or give anything to MSMEs. And MSMEs also need to be supported by their bigger brother or bigger companies, larger companies whom they supply to. By giving soft loans. Some of the OEMs, normally give soft loans to their suppliers to, invest in these kind of times. So they need to, like I would say, the government and these bigger companies should shed their, money to focus on these MSMEs. That's the only way they will be able to come out. The second important point is MSMEs also have to work on their strategies to diversify their business based on the current scenarios. Like, for example, a fabrication company can make, hospital beds or tools for operation theater. A stamping company can look at it. So a garment manufacturing company can look at making mask or gloves or those kind of opportunities. They can look at it. At least for next 1 or 2 years, this mask, these kind of gloves or any other PPEs are going to be in too much of need.
No, I think already some of the automobile companies, they have started to make ventilators. Correct. And some of the alcohol companies are making sanitizers. Even shampoo companies, including C.K. Ranganathan's the 1 rupee sachet has come already. So what you're saying is already happening.
But not to the scale it should happen, sir.
Exactly. What you're saying is right.
That is also one of the reason also is, they don't have money to do that also. They need to have money for that. So that
when you
is
say
also
that,
equally important.
so that's what, when you say that, I happened to watch a couple of interviews given by the CEOs of a private sector banks. What they're saying, the MSME entrepreneurs have diverted the funds. That is why they have a lot of problems. We are not immediately going to consider whatever central government announces, and we will see only case to case basis.
Sir, that is okay, but the point is, that they have been doing it from beginning. Okay, most of the MSMEs, they divert funds to make, buy land or invest in shares and all. That they have been doing it for maybe many decades, but still they are managing the business. But in today's situation, there's no business at all. There's no business happened for so many months. So if you have to restart, then somebody from above has to help them. So it is either government or those bigger companies like huge corporates who are procuring from these companies should help them. So that's the only way.
So in that case, what will help MSME to start their operations in full, if not full, back to normal? Money, orders, or people?
Wow, you said in the very right order. Okay, the options. Money. Of course, they need money to even start the business itself. Needs to pay the people and to retain important people, even to make their suppliers to start supplying. Most of the people would not have paid to their suppliers for so many months now.
I want you to give a detailed answer to this.
Yeah, I'll do that. So the first thing is, they need money, and that's what I was trying to explain in the previous question also. Either government or government directly or through banks or their bigger brothers in big industries should definitely help companies by paying money or giving money, supporting them in whichever way they want. And that's the only way they can start the business. Today, without money, you can't even start the business. Even to go to the company to buy so much of PPEs to even start the company, people don't have money. Many of these SMEs don't have that kind of money, so they need to be given. Because all those big companies are their customers have not paid them for 2 months. Even I am a consultant, I have not got paid for last even March month payment for last 3 months. Okay, we can manage for next 6 months, but somebody who's running a company who has to pay so much of salary, like few crores of salary or few lakhs of salary every month they have to pay. If they don't have money, from where they are going to pay? Government keeps on saying, please pay to all the people, from where they will pay. So first thing is money. Money is going to be the most important thing for people to start re-surviving in the business. And second, of course, is order. Orders is a big issue, as most of the customers are not sure about their own orders. Like, if somebody is supplying to, let's say, Hyundai, or somebody supplying to Ford, if they go and ask them, they themselves are not very clear what kind of, sales they are going to do. So that is going to be a big question mark. That is why I said it will take another 6 months for us to come to a level to say, okay, next 2 months, 3 months, I will sell so much. So that is the situation we are in.
Sorry to intervene, sir. To add a point here, if companies like Hyundai, they don't have orders, then the question of Axles India, TVS and other groups who are supporting them with accessories, they also may not have orders.
Correct. Perfect. I agree with you. But the point is, see, OEMs in India, rather across the world, they always work with the positive cash because, they take money in advance from dealers and they pay their suppliers on 30 days and 40 days and 60 days credit, depending upon the size of the supplier. So there's a possibility these companies will have money compared to tier 1 industries or tier 2 or any other companies. For example, if you take Samsung air conditioners, so they will take money before sending to their dealers. So the dealers are, any part suppliers, will be taking money on credit from them, and these people will be taking money in advance. So these are all the people who will have money with them. This is what is my understanding in the market. So these are all the people have to give money. So that's the only way. So these people also will take some more time to understand and say, this is how our market is going to be. So the orders are going to be a problem. The only way today is MSMEs have to generate orders by looking into the alternate business. With the capacity, with the technical capability and technology, what they are having it now, by using it, how they are going to, get more business, or how they are going to get into different businesses. That is what is going to help them to survive until their big brothers are going to say, okay, this is how I'm going to do the business. So this is what is in an order situation. You need to find a way how to diversify your business to current needs. Okay. Like if I can take an example, China, from January 1st, they had shortage of PPEs, and February 25th, they were able to supply as export to Germany and other countries. 8,950 companies have been newly started doing this business. So that's the kind of approach we have to look at and see how we are going to survive until the things become normal. The third point, you talked about people. Okay, people are definitely required. Currently, you need to find out how to manage with available people, because the demand is less. The demand is now less. It is going to gradually increase. So as the demand keeps increasing, people will start coming back. Or that's the time you'll be able to probably get your people back. So today, the mantra should be, with available people, see what business you can do and how you can do. Find a way how to utilize this as an opportunity to make SPMs, means special purpose machines, de-skilling, automation, so that you learn to operate with minimum people until the demand increases. That's the only way.
So
it is not going to be so easy to get people. Not only people may not come, and the government also may not permit them to come.
Multi-skilling is the option you are saying.
Yes, multi-skilling, de-skilling also.
Okay.
All skilled operation has to be, studied, and we have to make it de-skilled so that anyone can operate.
Because they also must have flexible manpower, flexible methodology, flexible machinery.
Correct.
Right, sir. What is the feedback that you have been receiving from certain factories that have already been started operations?
Okay, because I recently visited a couple of companies.
You have been consulting not more than 20 verticals, if I'm not wrong. So who have already started must have given you certain feedback. What is happening there?
Yeah. First of all, many automotive companies are not very clear about their schedules. Okay. And many people say they are not very clear how it is going, the market is going to recover. But there are some good news. If you look at, Hyundai sold 12,450 or 480 vehicles last month in India alone. So that's a big news. In May itself, they sold, like until 22nd May, they sold 9,000 units. And 22nd to 30th, 31st, they sold another 3,500. Around 12,500 vehicles Hyundai has already sold in May, means last month. But whereas they sold 42,000 vehicles May last year. Okay. But still, this is encouraging, because, when people are saying they're not having any sale, but they could sell 12,500. But if you see the other side, the average sales per showroom is only 15, less than 15. Because they have 800 plus showrooms in the country. So a company which has got 800 plus showroom in the country, and if it sells only 15 vehicles per showroom per month, it is going to be difficult for them to survive. But something is better than nothing. So this, I would consider this as a good news. Something has started happening. So slowly this news will spread, then slowly people may start buying cars. But mostly they sold a lower segment of the car, but still fine. These things are happening. And I would say it may take another 3 to 4 months time for people to come back and say, okay, this is how I'm going to do. But second important good news is, like two-wheeler industries like Honda and Yamaha has already given good schedules to their suppliers. They already they already given schedule for next 3 months. So they're very confident of selling their vehicles. And this month itself, they're talking about figures like 40,000, 50,000 vehicles a month. So that's a good thing. I'm not sure about other companies, but Honda and Yamaha has already, shared good schedules. But all niceties industries, I say, like, white goods like TV, your ovens, fridge, washing machine, all these industries are going to take longer time. I don't think, they are going to quickly come back, because people are going to trying to save their money, not going to spend on these kind of nice items. So in my opinion, all those industries which are like food-related industry, pharma industry and all might start doing well, or maybe able to estimate well. All other companies are going to take time.
I would like to, say a quote on you. In fact, an intelligent man speaks when he has to say something. A wise man speaks when he has something to say. So, So you are, trying to, reveal certain, things without leaving any point here. So that means selflessly you are giving more secrets here. Secrets are said, in the whispered tone, but you are saying it very loud. So people must be happy. We are definitely going in the right path, I believe. So we've got some 12, 13 minutes to go with the questions. What are the expectations of companies from the government? Because they have announced something like 20 lakhs crores, this, that. The amount is very big. We do not understand how many, what is the amount companies are going to get, what is the amount MSME is going to get, what is the amount employees are going to get. So everybody will normally think, what is in for me? So what is the expectation of companies from the government?
Sir, a small preamble to this answer is, see, the last, let's say we started this lockdown from, I think, March 25th, right? So almost, about 80 days or 70, 75 days, more than 75 days, 80 days have been gone. I did not hear any news that, anyone died because they did not get food. Even with all this, hardship, somebody was helping people, the voluntary organizations were helping, government agencies were helping, police department were given. I have seen many videos, police department were supplying foods to people. So everyone was eating, and 99.99% of the Indian population was eating, and no one was dying actually. So, but that is what is the basic requirement, correct? You are supposed to be having, a place to live and food and a clothes to wear.
Roti, kapda or makan.
Roti, kapda or makan. Okay. So if the economy is based only on the basic requirements, then this country is going to be in trouble, because we already come out of that kind of economy where we have gone into an economy where all nice things are all so-called status things are only ruling the market and economy. Okay.
You mean to say the Maslow's circle, Maslow's triangle, we are in the first step again?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is our country economy is not depending only on roti, kapda or makan, which is depending on a lot of other nice things. That's what I'm trying to say. If you see last 20 years, many people were spending on buying big cars, big two-wheelers or expensive items, 59-inch TV, 40-inch TV. This was not there 20-25 years back. People were basically focusing on their livelihood and trying to make what is required on this one of these three, roti, kapda, makan. So this country's economy is now dependent on these kind of requirements than the basic requirements. Okay.
Whether you are rich or poor, everybody is living the simple life.
Correct. But the point is, if people have to come out and start spending money on buying these things, not only buying wheat or rice or vegetables for their basic requirements. If somebody has to go and buy a TV, somebody has to go and buy a two-wheeler, somebody has to go and buy a car, or somebody has to go and buy a washing machine or something or a sofa or a furniture. They will buy only when they have excess money or they have confidence of earning that money. Correct. Today, that is what is missing completely. So the government has to do only one thing, where they have to find a way to see to that the money reaches the people, and they create confidence on the people that they'll be able to make more money, so that they'll start spending money. And if you see, the whole economy depends on the lower middle class and let's say upper lower class people. They are the people who spend every day.
Even for the moratorium, 6 months people are given, they are not very sure the interest upon interest is going to be charged, and the case is pending with the court.
Correct. So these people have to start spending money. That's the only way economy is going to grow, because they are in masses. They are the people who will buy in volumes. Like, you may buy a Mercedes Benz for 40 lakhs rupees. That is not going to give enough business for somebody who is supplying only for Mercedes Benz. Instead of somebody buys, let's say, 20 cars by spending 2 lakhs. This 20 car parts will be supplied by 20 suppliers. So people at a lower middle class and upper lower class are the people who actually need to spend money to develop the economy. That's the only way economy will come back. So government has to find a way out to see to that the money reaches them. Whatever way they need to devise. The money has to reach them, and they need to start earning money. They need to start earning little extra money so that they start spending.
Sir, I want you to say whether it is economic fall down, economic recession, or economic pause.
I'm not sure what term to say. I would say it is, we are in an economic backward situation now. We need to actually come back to normalcy and then start marching towards growth. So the point is the confidence level is very, very, very low on this level of people. So that has to be improved. That will be improved only when they start getting money. So government has to do all those things to see to that these people start getting money. When they start getting money, they'll start spending. Period. That's the only thing government has to do. Companies will do on their own if they do that, if they get that.
We are now in the climax of the session now, of the conversation. So
I
I
will
have
also show 2 slides after your question.
Yeah, I have a question here. That will be my final question before we answer the. I think more than 30 people have given a chat. 74 people are still, listening to us. Which are the sectors that would recover quickly and easily?
You can see the screen, Dr. Bala? Can you see my screen? Satish, can you see my screen?
Waiting to.
Bala, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
You can see the screen. I'm just trying to show a screen.
It is there. Full screen is there.
Yeah, okay. So you just asked, which are the sectors which will recover fast and how it should. This has been there in the net. I more or less agree with that. In a couple of places I don't agree with this. Otherwise, it is there in net. If you see the top, let's say 30%, will be the industries which will get affected very, very badly. Like for example, apparel industry, automotive manufacturers, automotive suppliers, consumer durables, gaming industry, lodging, leisure, tourism, passenger airlines, retail, non-food related retail, I would say even food also, and global shipping. These are all the areas which are going to have heavily affected. They will take long time to recover. So like as I said, automotive and all will take 6 to 8 months time to say how they are going to go further. And moderate exposure, if you look at beverages, chemicals, other manufacturing, some of the typical manufacturing things which is required are basic requirement. Media industry, I think media industry is not got affected at all. They have been doing very well, except for their serials are not, they're not able to make serials.
No, the print media is affected very much. Print media.
Yeah, only that serials. Otherwise, media is still getting advertisement. They are making money, even by showing the old serials also. Oil and gas, oil field services will not get affected so badly. Property developers, okay, they talk only about China, but in India, I'm sure property developers will get affected. Like agriculture will not be affected so much because we've been depleting the stock. So that is going to be a big focus on that. Agriculture is going to come back with a big growth. Service companies like people like consultants, all those service providers, steel producers and technology hardware will be relatively less compared to the previous one. Very low exposure, construction material making people. Okay, defense, equipment and transportation, rental. Though I don't agree with construction fully here, but worldwide, this is what they are saying.
Somebody's asking how about the retail of the real estate.
Yeah. So rental industry will definitely get affected because people will not move. So a lot of places will get vacated. People will start working from home. So the requirement of space itself will go down. Packaging industries, pharmaceuticals, real estate, technology companies, food and food retail chains, telecoms, waste management. These are all the people will quickly come back. Okay.
I saw Taj Mahal was opened. Here actually in Tamil Nadu, normally in April, May, people go to Kodaikanal, Ooty or wherever they want to go. So the tourism industry is completely affected.
Correct. That's what it says. Heavily, leisure and tourism will be heavily affected. Yes. But if you see this, very positive side, all internet service companies, Zoom, we are in Zoom, they made huge money in the last 2-3 months. And online retailers, gold-related industries will do well. So this is in a nutshell, you can say this is how it would be. And I more or less agree with this.
I want you to quickly give you your final remarks to the entire audience who are here. I also thank, on behalf of Tapams and Vision Unlimited, all the 75 participants who have been, very patiently listening to this conversation that has happened between me and Dr. Meganathan, who's a great expert in this particular field. And I also thank him at this juncture before he gives the, final remark.
Okay, I just got this from one of my friend, maybe you can just go through the net and find out from Fortune. If you see this, they very clearly said, which are all the industries, which will, let's say, okay, they have given it in American context, but I would suggest, please go through that. I would say this matches about 70-80% of our kind of situation. Okay, and look at an average of this. That is how, our industry is going to be. So you can just look at, Fortune survey, the recent one. They have surveyed with a lot of CEOs of Fortune 500 company, and they came out with this report. So please go through that. I don't want to spend time on this. And thanks a lot for all of you. If any question is any important question you want to ask from chat box, we can take it up.
I want to give an interesting input here before we go to the chat box. If you have seen the recent advertisements, all the companies are trying to relate that to COVID. Let it be a paint company, let it be a soap company, let it be the date syrup or whatever. So everybody is talking about the COVID and then the product.
Okay.
If that can be adopted by the people over here, I think you can still make your marketing effective.
Very true.
So I request Satish to go through the chat and read out some quick questions if there is time.
Mr. Raja raised his hand. Can you please unmute him, Satish?
Yeah, I will do that. Raja, I think he has not raised the hand, sir.
I saw that. 1 second. Let me.
Raja, video is not on. Video. Raja ji. Lead Raja. Are you available?
Responding. It's not responding.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Satish. Any question you want to ask?
One question they are asking is, do you think that government is doing any positive move to make in India?
More or less, I said no. In my answer itself, I said, I don't see a great impact of that touching MSMEs. So I would say no.
Very nice, sir. I think over 11 questions. Over 11 questions you have answered very patiently, nicely, beautifully, and all secrets revealed in this a short conversation. People must be very happy. If you want to have a longer session with Dr. Meganathan, either you can contact Satish Kumar or Meganathan. In fact, he's conducting something like 7 days, 3.5 sessions for you. For the recession to recovery kind of a program. He's already done a few batches earlier.
4 sessions, so, 4 series.
Yeah, 4 series he has already done. So in case if you would like to, avail his service, you have to come as a batch. You can be anywhere in the world. So that's not a matter because Zoom can connect all of us wherever you are. So you can, connect with him, and the slides that he has used, that also will be shared by Satish sir if you want by WhatsApp. And I once again wholeheartedly thank each one of you for joining this conversation. Hope it is very useful to you. And
two people have raised their hand. Maybe we can give them a couple of minutes to them.
Okay.
Anbalagan sir, you can unmute and speak. I think you raised your hand. Go ahead, Anbalagan sir.
That question, yes.
Go ahead, sir. You raised your hand.
Sir, that whatever I want to ask, because that question I asked in the chat box, so you answered.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And Saravanan Pusami.
I asked about the
Saravanan Kupusami raised his hand. He can unmute and speak. Anbalan sir, you can unmute yourself, sir. Saravanan, you are there?
Mr. Saravanan, if you are available, please ask the question.
And Anil Ellal also has raised his hand. Anil, can you unmute and speak?
Hello.
I am Mr. Saravanan. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Saravanan. How are you?
Yeah, sir. Very good information what we have discussed so far.
Can we see your beautiful face?
Yeah.
Can you put your video on?
Video, you have to give that. Yes, sir.
It has come.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Sir, very good conference. You told that the government has to give to the people.
Correct.
That in terms of what way confidence expecting, that you not mentioned, sir. That's I want.
I'll give you one small example, okay?
Yeah.
Government has announced some 20 lakh crores as a relief thing, correct?
Yes.
Let us say we are 130 crores economy, correct? 130 crores populated country.
Yes.
Imagine 130 crores is, let's say 5 people at every home. Approximately it is about 25 crores family in the country. Okay. Leave 5 crore families, who can still live without money for next 1 year. So 20 crore family are in, middle class and lower middle class, let's say, or lower class. 20 crore family, you pay them 10,000 rupees a month. That is only 2 lakh crores.
Yes.
1,000 rupees for 3 months. It is only 6 lakh crores. So this, if they would have done it, this would have, boost their confidence, saying that, whenever I am in trouble, my government will take care of me.
Yes.
So people will not lose confidence. They will start spending money.
Okay.
So 6 lakh crores, if they would have put in money, these things would have been much better situation. Singapore has already given 60% of the salary of 3 months to all the people.
Okay.
They say we are giving 60%, that the company give 40%, so you are getting your full salary. So don't, panic.
So yesterday we had a conversation with somebody from Bahrain. They said the entire electricity bill has been waived.
Correct.
For all the people.
And Bahrain, the government is doing so much of things for, people to create, or keep the confidence on. I don't see that is happening. See, we need to understand the entire economy is only a speculation based on the confidence of people.
Okay.
If the confidence is lost, then it is going to take a lot of time for people to come back to confidence.
Yes, definitely.
So, in my opinion, government has to do something further. That is what I'm saying. Government has to find a way to give money to people so that they keep spending.
Sir, we can understand
Yeah.
in terms of giving this MSME for loan to repayment against the interim fund. For that, they have to reduce the percentage of tax or ask that owners or to support their employees like that in terms of that percentage of reduction in percentage of that GST.
They have not done anything like that, no.
Yeah. What
I'm saying they should give tax holiday. For next 3 months, they should give tax holiday.
Okay.
So in my opinion, they need to do a lot. I'm sure they will come out with some good plan.
Actually, the TDS can be refunded to people.
Yes.
True. Anil, you want to speak? You raised your hand. Otherwise, we'll close it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great.
Anil, you are there?
Anybody else would like to ask something or say something?
Angels also raised his hand. If you want
Maybe
to ask, we'll close the session.
Maybe if Dr. Armukam is there, you can say a concluding thing, how useful it was.
When Kavi Bandari said Byron is such a small place, so this example is not right. I completely agree with you, Kavi. But India is a big place. We have big population. We have so many officers also. We have so much of money for making money. So people always say, like all small countries are able to maintain their country well. But you also have so many people here. You also have so much of, avenues of making money. So this cannot be an excuse given by government saying that we are a big country, we cannot manage. If you are a big country, you have a big economy. So I'm saying out of this 20 lakh crores, why don't you take out 6 lakh crore and give it to the people so that people will start having more confidence. This is what I'm saying, Kavi. How do you see aftermarket business come back? One Mr. J asked. In my opinion, aftermarket business will start soon, because maybe better than or quicker than OEM businesses, because at least the vehicle what people have, or the machineries they have, the equipment they have, they will start using it. So any aftermarket, either you call it automotive or any other white goods, they need to have spares. They need to do service. So aftermarket, in my opinion, should come back faster than OEM business. So
fine, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Before we wind up, there is a small announcement here. I am doing a stress management program on 17th of June. It is a paid program. 200 rupees only we are charging per as an investment. It is between 10:30 and 12:30 on 17th. If you are interested, you are most welcome to join. So it is available. The details are available in my Facebook, and I'll also post it with Satish sir. Thank you so much once again.
One last question, sir. We will answer it and close it. What about bus body building companies? Is what Anil Elal asked from Tata. So somehow I have a feeling that bus industry will recover faster the moment the schools and colleges started opening, or when companies started opening, because of the social distancing, where every bus is going to be utilized only 50% of it. So I'm sure that's an industry which is going to probably pick up faster than all other automotive industries. Thanks, Anil, for asking it.
Dr. Armugam, would you like to say a few words how the program was? What is your opinion?
Is he there?
He's there. I think Satish can unmute him.
He can unmute himself, sir.
You can yourself unmute Dr. Armugam, and you can say a few words. With that, we'll close. He's not able to unmute.
Oh, no,
yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yeah,
Go on, doctor.
thank you so much, both the doctors. Someone also given in the comment. Very nice, very good questions, and very nicely statistics. Yeah, really, the points which Dr. Meganathan on.
Sir, voice is clipping, sir.
Oh, is it okay now?
Yeah, much better. Much better.
Okay. So what I was saying, the questions are very good actually, in fact, and the responses and the kind of professional inputs by Dr. Meganathan sir was good, which is all rich experience, vast coverage of with the statistics. Yeah, true. I think I'm also been echoing some of the aspects with the MSME declarations by the government, though I have been with Tanzania for a longer time, where we have been working on those things called SSI sector. We need to wait actually, because the thing is something about we need to pour micro, macro, and meso kind of plans which is needed, because this kind of epidemic and what do I mean in the sense of disaster which is not expected. It's not a kind of anticipated like tsunami or any kind of natural disaster. I think something someone also asked about in the chat box, how about survival of individuals? So that is going to be a very important aspect. I think some of the key statistics and the key pictures, what the final two pictures, what Dr. Meganathan was showing and explaining us, that was a good insights, and which is going to take in a different steps and different models. I think it's what's 45 to 50 minutes of the interaction is quite encouraging. I think that would be a very important point for all MSME holders to take it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, and thank you so much for this nice opportunity.
Nandri, shukriya, dhanyawad. Thank you, all of you. God bless you. Take care. I love you, all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.